Hey everybody, you're at home with a geek. I'm Mark, aka the little black dude. There's a ton of geeky stuff to be into, but how does one show their love for one or multiple geekdoms to the world? You can do something crazy like make a big sign, or vandalize stuff, or run through the streets with a plushie or something. Or you could start a collection! Collecting is easy and it's fun, but beware, it is addictive and it can be expensive. Collections can be of whatever you want them to be, from something as common as rocks and feathers, to as expensive as cars, to as specific as $2 bills with sequential serial numbers. Every collector's different and has a reason to collect their chosen items. Personally, I like collecting comics, as referenced in my Geekception video. Oh snap, call back! But I collect different things from different areas of geekdom. For example, I like to collect pop figures. These are really popular these days, and every major series has a number of pop figures of their main characters. People like to collect their favorite characters, people like to collect all of the characters from a series, things like that. Personally, because I like collecting but I don't have a lot of money, I have to be really selective about what it is that I buy, so I always want to pick up stuff that's going to mean something to me. So, starting with this little guy here. This is one of the newest ones I've gotten. This is Steven Universe. I love this show so much. It's so well made. It's really well written. And I was really, really excited when I came across this. I'm trying to get my hands on all the crystal gems, but Steven being the first definitely fits. And as you can see, all of them are still in the box. Definitely like the other packaging for these as well. Every one of them is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but it definitely has some character to it. I definitely am a big fan of Steven Universe, so I was really happy to get my hands on Steven. Then we've got keychains. Pop keychains are fairly popular as well. I like having little keychains here. I used to collect keychains when I was younger, but because of only having one or two keys and having a million keychains, I had to stop. But I had to get my hands on Wally. When I saw Wally, I found this at Box Lunch, by the way. Check out my Box Lunch video. I was really excited to get my hands on Wally, and I wanted to make sure I found Eve as well. I found Eve, and I gave that to Michelle, my girlfriend, who was from the last video, my last unboxing. And she was really amused by it, and it's just something cute. I like the fact that they still have the same kind of packaging for the keychains as well, so it shows some consistency. Really enjoy that. Anyone who knows me knows I love Disney, and I have always been big on Disney movies. These two right here are ones that I'm really happy I got. Both of them were Christmas presents. This is Mushu and Cricket from the movie Mulan. Absolutely loved it. Having Eddie Murphy voice Mushu was a lot of fun. I'm definitely happy that I got the chance to see it. They're making a live action version of this, and I actually had seen a joke on Pinterest, someone saying that they should have Eddie Murphy still play Mushu, but have him like in a dragon suit, things like that. But I don't think that's going to happen. But once again, same kind of packaging, still in the box. Definitely like that. I enjoy the fact that he has Cricket with him, because there are some pops that have sidekicks, or they'll have accessories as well. Off the top of my head, two that I know for a fact have sidekicks are Sailor Moon and Sailor Venus. They have Luna and Artemis respectively, so that's pretty cool. I like ones like this. Then of course, my man 626 Stitch. I love Lilo and Stitch so much. Anyone who knows me knows I love this movie. This was what I asked for Christmas, my first Christmas with my girlfriend. Yeah, once again, same kind of packaging. Love all these. I want that Elvis Stitch so bad, but I can't find it. I saw it and didn't have the money for it, and then haven't been able to find it since. Yes, this right here though, I definitely love. I enjoyed the movie Lilo and Stitch so much, and having a 626 Stitch was really something I was happy about. Disney always does their thing when it comes to animated movies, so I'm always happy to support them, even though there's some people who don't like Disney as much as they should. These are people who have no soul, if you ask me, but that's my opinion. No hate in the comments. Then there's these guys here. I had to get these when I went to the Camden Comic Con at Rutgers University, which I am going to try and go to again this year, April the 8th. Anybody who's in South Jersey who loves comics and anime, you might want to go. Beast Boy and Raven, I had to get. I definitely had to get. Teen Titans, definitely a good show. I'm not the biggest fan of the Robin and Starfire romance in that show, because it's cliche. We already know they end up together in the comics. But Beast Boy and Raven is cute. I enjoy it very much. You see a lot of what goes on with the two of them. And once again, same kind of packaging. I definitely cannot say enough about that. These are the Teen Titans Go versions. I don't think they ever made pop figures for the regular Teen Titans, but it doesn't really make a difference because they're essentially the same designs. But I had to get these because basically this is me and Michelle. For our first Halloween, she wore a cloak. We were black and white mages, and she looked good in a cloak. So I started making jokes about her looking like Raven, and it kind of just stuck. So I had to get my hands on both of these. Definitely enjoy having my pops. Then of course there's plushes. I love plushes as well. Being a kid, always had stuffed animals. My son has tons of stuffed animals as well, but I keep a couple myself. One of the things that I'm amused by more than anything else is the fact that there's so much variation now. Before, stuffed animals were pretty much, oh well, those are for children, it's something that little kids have, so it's not a big deal. But plushes now are out for literally everything. Okay? These little guys right here, for example, these are called Tsum Tsum. I love these little guys too because Disney, once again, doing their thing. They have made Tsum Tsum for every property they have. I have seen them for all of the Marvel characters. I have seen them for nearly every Disney character that has ever existed. I've seen a bunch of Star Wars ones as well. And of course, I've got one to represent each. Okay? This is the first one I've got, of course. Had to get a Stitch. There was a bigger one that I almost bought and I had to stop myself, but I love this little Stitch. I was really, really happy that I was able to get it. Look, he even has a notch on his ear. I love it. Definitely was very happy to get my hands on that. Then from Star Wars, this was a gift as well. That's of course Finn, still in the Stormtrooper uniform. Definitely was amused by that. They do have a Finn in the jacket as well, in post jacket, but I haven't been able to get my hands on one. I want one, but I haven't been able to get one. Still though, definitely like that. And then of course from Marvel, this one has a little bit of a story to it. I saw this in a store. I'm not gonna say which one because I don't want to have any problems, but I saw this in a store and I was really excited. I was like, holy crap, that's Black Panther. I love the fact that they used the old style Marvel Black Panther instead of using the one from Civil War, but the fact that he had the cape on and everything made me really excited. I had to get my hands on this. I saw it and I was gonna buy it. I picked it up, I carried it as far as the register and said, you know what, let me not buy this right now. I don't really have the money to spend, but I probably won't see it again. So I had a little bit of a dilemma for a little while, but I took it back. I didn't buy it and I figured I would never see it again. A month later, I go back to the same chain but a different store and I found him again. So I jumped right on and got my hands on Black Panther. Had to have him. Okay? Tsum Tsum's definitely a lot of fun. They're easy to collect. They actually stack fairly well, but get the ones from the series that you like. Have a bunch of different ones to use. Yeah. And then of course my Stitches. I love these. This right here, once again, a 626 Stitch. This particular one, you can take his jail uniform off, and he just has the two regular arms. When it was new, it actually talked as well, which was pretty cool. I like keeping his antennae out. I like alien-looking Stitch. That's just how I feel. Got the little spines and everything. I really, really like this. This was a gift from my friend Patterson. He had it in his attic for a while. He was like, "Hey, you want it?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" So I took it. And he's got a nice little home with me. And then this guy right here. This is another gift from Michelle. That's my Green Lantern Stitch. Again, everyone who knows me knows I love Green Lantern and knows I love Stitch. So she made this for me for my birthday. And I love the fact that she did this. It made me really happy. Because, again, it's something that goes right up my alley. Really love this. This is actually a Disney Store collectible plush here. Really, really high quality, the way that they made this here. So I was very, very happy about this right here. But that's not all I collect, of course. There's also action figures. If you were a kid in the 70s and 80s and somewhat even the 90s, action figures were your favorite toys to get. It did not matter, you know, what they looked like, how much they cost. You wanted action figures. You had to have them. A lot of different types of action figures have existed for different things, stuff that you would even think that, you know, kids wouldn't be into, for example. When Galoob was first starting to really pick up speed in the 80s, one of their biggest selling toy lines was for Rambo. I still cannot get over this because as a kid, I remembered the old Rambo cartoon in like the mid 80s. I used to watch it, not knowing that Rambo as a movie was rated R during that period of time. Had no idea, none whatsoever. So it was very interesting to see that and find out that fact later. This kind of thing happened with a lot of things, as a matter of fact. But action figures for me are a big deal. Now there are different types, of course. You know, you have ones that are, you know, like regular toys. Like, for example, my Green Lantern Fatality. I bought this at a comic show in Cherry Hill. If I'm not mistaken, it was a collector's convention from Frankenstein Comics. I've got to look that one up. But I got my hands on this because, one, I love Green Lantern. Once again, everyone who knows me knows I love Green Lantern. And two, the fact that they made a Fatality figure and I didn't know about it, oh, I was happy. And then, of course, always keep stuff like this, you know, mint. You know, this is what's called MOC, mint on card. There are a lot of figures that are designed just for collecting that are like this, you know, so definitely cool to have. When I found her, I was very excited I had to get her. Okay? I've also got figures like this guy here. This is another of the ones that I bought from Camden Comic Con. John Stewart, Green Lantern. Absolutely had to have this when I saw it. These are some of the New 52 designs, if I'm not mistaken. I just found out from my buddy Ryan from River City Comics. If you've seen my video on that, definitely check them out as well. That this particular line also re-released a bunch of Darwin Cook designed versions of a number of the Justice League characters. Darwin Cook was one of the character designers from back in the 60s and 70s. Well, excuse me, 60s mostly, if I'm not mistaken. He stopped doing the Green Lantern comics in the late 60s, like 67, 68. I gotta look that up. But they made a Darwin Cook John Stewart and I want it so bad. It looks so cool. But yes, had to get my hands on this. But this is more of a collectible action figure. It doesn't have as much articulation as a toy would, but it really has a good design. For example, the metallic paint on the green parts here, and the face sculpt on that is really, really nice. I may do a video more on the way figures are made, but you know, leave a comment in the down low if you want me to do something along those lines. Definitely something I would like to do in the future, but you know, I want to make sure it's something that you guys want to see. Then, of course, you've got figures like this. This is actually more of a statue. This is often referred to as a maquette. This is a Hal Jordan Green Lantern. This is from Kotobukiya. They do a lot of custom work for comics and anime series for, you know, statues and things like that. Really, really nice figure here. Love this packaging as well. The clear box makes it really nice for presenting while it's in the box. But if you want to take this out, it's a really nice piece to, you know, stand on any type of shelf that you've got. I'm still on the fence about taking these guys out of the box. I may in the future, like if I have a better place to you know put my my displays up. But right now, I'm keeping them in the box because I like the look of the other packaging as well. Then, of course, my anime side. This is actually one of the first figures that I bought for collecting purposes. This is Ayanami Rei and Soryu Azkalanli. Okay, they're from Evangelion. Okay, but these were a special design that was done in the early 2000s from a company called a group called Grimrock. They did a number of these, but these were the only ones that I ever saw in stores. I bought this from Suncoast. That's how long ago this was. Okay, the figures themselves I really did like because these are cosplayer figures, cosplayer versions of the characters. Their costumes are based on the actual costumes they wear in the series, but as you can see with Rei, she's wearing cat ears and has a little atom on a chain there. And with Ayanami, she's wearing monkey ears, has a little tail on there and everything, and her prog knife has one of the angels on the end of it. This was a special design that was done by fans, and it was picked up and remade and mass produced. This particular setup though has a little bit of a story to it. These are two figures from two completely different collections. I bought this when I was hanging out with a friend of mine from North Jersey, Shaolin, and we both wanted this, but there was only one left in the store that we had gone to. So I said, I'll tell you what, I'll take Ayanami, you can have Asuka, because she wanted Asuka anyway. So I said, that's pretty cool. So I gave her Asuka and I kept Rey. Well, over time, I came across another one of these. I bought it, and I took the Ayanami out of that one and gave that to Shaolin, and I kept the Asuka from that and put it in the box with mine. So these are two completely different figures from two completely different places, but they look very good together. Last but not least, I had to have my Dragon Ball stuff. Both of these were gifts from my friends Brian and Laquana, same people that sent me this lovely wall scroll here. Both of these came from Otakon conventions that I wanted to go to and I wasn't able to go. I was sent these a few years ago and I still love the fact that I have these. Of course, Shenlong the Eternal Dragon, or Shenron as people hear it more often. I always say Shendong, you know, that kind of thing. But I've gotten used to it from the original dub, them calling him Shenlong. This particular one came out around the same time as when Battle of the Gods came out. When it was released as part of the collections for it. For example, the way that they have the 7 Dragon Balls displayed there, that comes from one of the prizes that was available during the bingo tournament that they had during the movie. So I was really amused by getting this here. I haven't taken it out of the box yet. I don't want to. I'm actually afraid to do so. I don't want anything to happen to this because I really appreciated this particular one here. And the next year, I went to a Halloween party with a bunch of my friends from college, and Brian was there as well. He said, we got something else for you while we were at Otakon this past year. Figured that you would like it. Got myself a little Gotenks here. I enjoy the fact that these figures look the way that they do, but the fact that he has a little super ghost. I was very happy about that. One of the things that I liked about Gotenks was that he had so many interesting abilities, and when figures demonstrate the abilities that a character has, it makes me really happy. This represents some of my collections. At one time I collected movies, watches, lanyards from Otakon, and other items of interest. Everyone has their thing that they like to collect, and they want more of throughout their lives, and those things do change. But rest assured, your collection will reflect who you are no matter what you collect. Thanks for checking out my video on collections. Do you collect anything interesting? What's your favorite item in your collection? Leave a comment down low and let's get a conversation going. If you're new here, make sure that you like this video and make sure you click on my logo to subscribe. And don't forget to check out some of my other videos. Make sure that you ring my bell for more content of geeky nature. Until next time, this is the Little Black Dude. Stay geek and proud.